The bitterest, most terrifying, and most ruthless truth of human history, global politics, and the physical laws of the universe is this. When the artificial and hollow balloon of international diplomacy bursts, states, in order to survive, resort to the destructive principles of physics and thermodynamics that we commonly call war. In the blood-stained and tremor-filled early hours of March 2026, the entire political and geographical matrix of this blue planet, the one cunningly designed by the so-called superpowers after World War II, completely crashed. At that moment, the world's two most sensitive nuclear flashpoints, South Asia's Durand Line and the heart of the Middle East, crossed an event horizon from which there was no return. These were not ordinary border skirmishes, not conventional missile exchanges. This was the systemic shutdown of a global order. While South Asia moved through thermodynamic destruction, between the night of February 28 and March 1, a geopolitical earthquake shook the Middle East, uprooting the entire post-1979 regional structure. In this fictional scenario, the United States and Israel jointly launched coordinated operations against Iran, not as warnings, but as calculated geopolitical surgery. Tehran, Isfahan, Qom, Karaj, precision bombardment, military installations reduced to dust. And at the center of this storm, the assassination of Iran's supreme leader, along with top military command. This was not a political message. It was the culmination of a civilizational and technological confrontation, decades in the making. The timing was surgical. Negotiations were underway. Diplomacy was publicly alive. But at the very peak of negotiation theater, military infrastructure was crashed. Ballistic systems disabled. Strategic nodes erased. It was a brutal reminder that in global power politics, justice without power does not survive. Survival of the fittest governs the geopolitical ecosystem. But physics teaches something else. Energy released at this magnitude does not disappear. Newton's third law does not respect borders. For every action, an equal and opposite reaction. In response, ballistic missile swarms and drone fleets flooded the skies. Tel Aviv was not the only target. American bases across the Gulf, naval fleets, strategic partners, energy corridors. The Strait of Hormuz trembled. Oil markets spiraled. Explosions echoed across maritime trade arteries. When a state falls toward an event horizon, it drags surrounding structures with it. Oil wells burned. Shipping routes destabilized. Financial hubs panicked. Technology met rage. Power met retaliation. And then came the rhetoric of overwhelming force. Declarations of strikes unseen in history. This is the psychological intoxication of technological supremacy, when humanity begins to believe it has outgrown the laws of destruction. But when we place this devastation against the canvas of theology and physics, a deeper pattern emerges. When hegemonic alliances seek to preserve dominance, internal fractures disappear. Advanced metallurgy, artificial intelligence, cyber warfare, precision weaponry, unified execution. On the other side lies fragmentation, internal conflict, ideological battles, technological dependency. The concept of unity reduced to rhetoric. The Ummah spoken of emotionally, but absent structurally. This moment is not merely military escalation. It is a global reboot drenched in fire. Airstrikes. Cities collapsing into concrete skeletons. Civilians displaced. Markets destabilized. These are the labor pains of systemic transformation. A new order does not arrive peacefully. It is delivered through pressure, fracture, and collapse. History is unforgiving to civilizations that fall behind in technology, military science, and strategic foresight. Ancient empires once believed themselves eternal. Now they are archaeological case studies. If regions trapped in this escalating black hole wish to survive, emotional slogans will not be enough. Sectarian intoxication will not defend borders. Rhetoric will not intercept missiles. Only the alloy of science, technological mastery, strategic clarity, and ideological coherence has historically protected civilizations from annihilation. Otherwise, the universe does not negotiate with weakness. It does not pause for sentiment. It does not write history for the defeated. And when the matrix collapses, it does not ask who was right. It only records who survived.